Okay, chat. Tell me, why do so many people feel like they're not enough? And we have to figure out a way how to solve that problem in a very simple way possible. So please explain to us, and let's get going. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. I also want to know some statistics. All right. Okay. Why do so many people feel like they're not enough? Comparison overload. People used to compare themselves to neighbors and coworkers. Now, well, you're comparing yourself to the one percenters. Yeah, right? Happy moments for millions of lives consistently. Even if you're doing well, someone online younger, richer, prettier, or more successful, it's gonna because you cannot prevent this from happening. Like you will always compare yourself. It's part of your nature. So that's why I always say the best thing to do is to not be on social media or online. And if you have nothing to do but just that, then leave your house. Okay, I'd rather you drinking coffee or something. Number two is conditional self worth. You're you're good if, right? We always put those things. Those are limiting beliefs that we have. So every time you ask those questions, I'm only attracted if I'm this way, this other way, and this other way. So deep down, love and worth feel like they must be earned. Okay, you need to understand that you're way more valuable than you know. And then you have bonuses like, oh yeah, and I'm rich as well, or and I have 10 more dollars in my bank account. Never ending goals. Modern life teaches people to keep chasing, right? We do have the next car, the next body, dollar. But nobody tells you you're already whole right now. That's what I was just telling you. So, what to do it? Simply three step. I love this. Catch the thought. When you feel behind or not enough, pause and say, "Wait, where though? Well, wait. Whose story am I comparing my life to? Right? Whose story is this? Uh, Sometimes we're comparing ourselves to the one percenters. And if you want to be a one percenter, that's nice. You just have to train 10,000 hours. So I think you just have to keep on going then instead of thinking. Okay. Changing the question, am I good enough? Instead, ask, what's one thing I did this week that shows I'm growing? Okay. What's one thing I did this week that helped me? Or this month? Or and do something about it, right? Have a different standards. For me, I did my bed this morning, so that makes me, a good individual. I don't know how many people are make their beds in the morning, but let's ask ChatGPT that. Anchor in identity. Say this is to yourself daily. I'm already worthy. Okay, those are like affirmations. So, ChatGPT, I want to ask you how many people nowadays make their bed in the morning? Show me some statistics. And if something like that helps me feel accomplished, I know that there's a book about that. I know that commitments and consistency does work. You did something right, even though it's something small, and then you're willing to do something more. Let's see what ChatGPT says. All right. How many people actually make their bed? In the US, about 45% of Americans make their bed every day. That means, while around 7% never do. Never do. Okay, so if you make your bed every morning, you're better than, 55% of the US. That's interesting. Why works yeah, from a small act to beginner wins. Around 82% of bed makers report being more productive that day. Eh, okay. This works as well. Compare yourself to what you did a couple hours ago, not to other people, not to yourself at your highest level, right? Always trying to grow. That's nice. So I feel that the conclusion is uh, you have to go back to looking at yourself and preventing yourself from comparing yourself to others, and know your beliefs about your self-worth, right? For me, I'm a worthy individual just by making my bed. I'm not joking. And that's the beginning. Obviously, there's another study that you should know, that if you already did 100 hours of work or study on something, that means you're better than 95% of the world. There's a study, the real study about this. So just, if you've done more of 100 hours of studying something, that's 18 minutes a day. You can start right now. You're going to be able, you're just better and you have more knowledge in that subject than 95% of the world. So let's do this, okay? Stop comparing yourself.